Exodus 18. Now Jethro, Reuel, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that God had done for Moses and for Israel, his people, and that the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt. Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after Moses had sent her back to her father, and her 2 sons, of whom the name of the one was Gershom, expulsion, or a stranger there. For Moses said, I have been an alien in a strange land. And the name of the other was Elijah, God is help. For the God of my father, said Moses, was my help and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with Moses' sons and his wife to the wilderness where he was encamped at the Mount of God, Horeb or Sinai. And he said in a message to Moses, I, your father-in-law Jethro, am come to you and your wife and her 2 sons with her. And Moses went out to meet his father-in-law and bowed in homage and kissed him. And each asked the other of his welfare, and they came into the tent. Moses told his father-in-law all the Lord had done to Pharaoh and the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and all the hardships that had come upon them by the way, and how the Lord delivered them. Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness the Lord had done to Israel, in that he had delivered them out of the hand of the Egyptians. Jethro said, "Blessed be the Lord who has delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who has delivered the people Israel from under the hand of the Egyptians. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods. Yes, in the very thing in which they dealt proudly, he showed himself infinitely superior to all their gods. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering and sacrifices to offer to God, and Aaron came with all the elders of Israel to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before God. Next day, Moses said to judge the people, and the people stood around Moses from morning till evening. When Moses' father-in-law saw all that he was doing for the people, he said, "What is this that you do for the people? Why do you sit alone and all the people stand around you from morning till evening?" Moses said to his father-in-law, "Because the people come to me to inquire of God. When they have a dispute, they come to me, and I judge between a man and his neighbor, and I make them know the statutes of God and his laws." Moses' father-in-law said to him, "The thing that you are doing is not good. You will surely wear out both yourself and these people with you, for the thing is too heavy for you. You are not able to perform it all by yourself. Listen now to me. I will counsel you, and God will be with you. You shall represent the people before God, bringing their cases and causes to him, teaching them the decrees and laws, showing them the way they must walk and the work they must do. Moreover, you shall choose able men from all the people, God-fearing men of truth, who hate unjust gain, and place them over thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens to be their rulers, and let them judge the people at all times. Every great matter they shall bring to you, but every small matter they shall judge, so it will be easier for you, and they will bear the burden with you. If you will do this, and God so commands you, you'll be able to endure the strain, and all these people also will go to their tents in peace. So Moses listened to and heeded the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he had said. Moses chose able men out of all Israel and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, of hundreds, of fifties, and of tens. And they judged the people at all times. The hard cases they brought to Moses, but every small matter they decided themselves. Then Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way into his own land. 소중한 영생님, 소중한 별하나님, precious double D known finger. Precious heavenly. Thank you. Precious Robert. Precious Hay. Precious Kelly Scampos. Thank you so much. 너무 감사합니다. Thank you so much for your kind words. 네, 감사합니다. Exodus 19. In the 3rd month, after the Israelites left the land of Egypt, the same day they came into the wilderness of Sinai. When they had departed from Rephidim and had come to the wilderness of Sinai, they encamped there before the mountain. And Moses went up to God, and the Lord called to him out of the mountain, "Say this to the house of Jacob, and tell the Israelites, you have seen what I did to the Egyptians, and how I bore you on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. Now, therefore, if you will obey my voice in truth and keep my covenant, then you shall be my own peculiar possession and treasure from among and above all peoples, for all the earth is mine. And you shall be to me a kingdom of priests, a holy nation, consecrated, set apart to the worship of God. These are the words you shall speak to the Israelites. So Moses called for the elders of the people and told them all these words which the Lord commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, all that the Lord has spoken, we will do. And Moses reported the words of the people to the Lord. And the Lord said to Moses, behold, I come to you in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with you, and believe you, and remain steadfast forever. Then Moses told the words of the people to the Lord. And the Lord said to Moses, go and sanctify the people, set them apart for God today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes. And be ready by the third day, for the third day the Lord will come down upon Mount Sinai in the cloud, in the sight of all the people. And you shall set bounds for the people round about, saying, take heed that you go not up into the mountain, or touch the border of it. Whoever touches the mountain shall surely be put to death. No hand shall touch it, or the offender, but he shall surely be stoned or shot with arrows, whether beast or man, he shall not live. When the trumpet sounds a long blast, they shall come up to the mountain. So Moses went down from the mountain to the people and sanctified them, set them apart for God, and they washed their clothes. And he said to the people, be ready by the day after tomorrow. Do not go near a woman. The third morning there were thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mountain, and a very loud trumpet. Blessed, so that all the people in the camp trembled. Then Moses brought the people from the camp to meet God, and they stood at the foot of the mountain. Mount Sinai was wrapped in smoke, for the Lord descended upon it in fire. Its smoke ascended like that of a furnace, and the whole mountain quaked greatly. As the trumpet blast grew louder and louder, Moses spoke, and God answered him with a voice. The Lord came down upon Mount Sinai to the top of the mountain, and the Lord called Moses to the top of the mountain, and Moses went up. The Lord said to Moses, "Go down and warn the people, lest they break through to the Lord to gaze, and many of them perish. And also let the priests who come near to the Lord sanctify, set apart themselves for God, lest the Lord break forth against them." And Moses said to the Lord, "The people cannot come up to Mount Sinai, for you yourself charged us, saying, 'Set bounds about the mountain and sanctify it, set it apart for God.'" Then the Lord said to him, "Go, get down, and you shall come up, you and Aaron with you. But let not the priest and the people break through to come up to the Lord, lest he break forth against them." So Moses went down to the people and told them. Then God spoke these words: I am the Lord your God, who has brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other God before or besides me. You shall not make yourself any graven image to worship it, or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down yourself to them or serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me. But showing mercy and steadfast love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandment. You shall not use or repeat the name of the Lord your God in vain, that is, lightly or frivolously, in false affirmations or vainly. For the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. Earnestly remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy, withdrawn from common employment and dedicated to God. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. In it you shall not do any work, you or your son, your daughter, your manservant, your maidservant, your domestic animals, or the sojourner within your gate. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea and all that is in them, and rested the seventh day. That is why the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it, set it apart for His purposes. Regard, treat with honor, due obedience and courtesy your father and mother, that your days may be long in the land the Lord your God gives you. You shall not commit murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not witness falsely against your neighbor. You shall not covet your neighbor's house, your neighbor's wife, or his manservant, or his maidservant, or his ox, or his donkey, or anything that is your neighbor's. Now all the people perceived the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the smoking mountain, and as they looked, they trembled with fear and fell back and stood afar off. And they said to Moses, "You speak to us, and we will listen, but let not God speak to us, lest we die." And Moses said to the people, "Fear not, for God has come to prove you, so that the reverential fear of Him may be before you, that you may not sin." And the people stood afar off, but Moses drew near to the thick darkness where God was. And the Lord said to Moses, "Thus shall you say to the Israelites, you have seen for yourselves that I have talked with you from heaven. You shall not make gods to share with me my glory in your worship, gods of silver or gods of gold. You shall not make for yourselves an altar of earth. You shall make to me and sacrifice on it your burnt offerings and your peace offerings, your sheep and your oxen, and every place where I record my name and cause it to be remembered. I will come to you and bless you. And if you will make me an altar of stone, you shall not build it of hewn stone. For if you lift up a tool upon it, you have polluted it. Neither shall you go up by steps to my altar, that your nakedness be not exposed upon it. Precious Josh, God bless you too. Thank you, Precious. Hey, HWHJDH. 소중한 사인님. Precious Talk with Lena. Thank you so much for sharing this precious time together. 소중한 시간 함께 해주셔서 정말 감사합니다. I believe God's love, peace, blessings are always with precious you all. 하나님의 사랑과 평안과 축복이 소중한 여러분들과 언제나 함께 계신다고 믿고요. And wishing you a peaceful, blessed night and day. 평안하고 축복이 가득한 밤 하루 되시길 진심으로 기도합니다. Thank you so much. 감사합니다. Good night. Good sleep.